Welcome back to the road, where cave-ins are a way of life, and sometimes death. Here at the Camp of Soil, we're just finishing the last ramp and the last little section of road. Let's let them finish up here. Excellent. Let's take a step back and look at the Camp of Soil. It really did come together. The farm, the camp itself, and of course the road. We have the depots off to the side here, and then the ramps leading down. Before we actually leave the Camp of Soil, let's take one last look at the camp itself. It's turned into a fine little outpost. We're gonna miss it. But we'll be back one day when we travel back along the road. The time has come to embark again, and this time we're going to embark a little bit longer tile range than last time, 16 by 2, right along here, heading east. So we find ourselves in a place called Barb. This is Camp 3 of the road, and okay, immediately this dwarf here has dropped a tree on himself and a cat. I have seen this happen before, I'm sure. Maybe beside a certain tavern in Camp 1. Man, what's up with dwarves injuring cats in tree felling accidents? Anyhow, we are going to remember this dwarf by giving him a pleasant nickname, Log, who fell like a log when he was hit by a log. Perfect. So, the first thing we have to do is mine down and get our provisions underground. We will take a moment, though, to just look at this landscape. At the very far end, we have this winding river, and then a very steep hillside going up to a flat plateau where we'll be building Camp 3, Barb. We've mined out a few sections here, some hallways leading down, and it's all starting to come together. We have some workshops, really looking nice. We're also going to mine a sort of spiral staircase, and we'll build bedrooms off to the side, maybe a tavern. Alright, we've made it all the way down to the bottom, just a few levels down from the start of the staircase. Wait a second. Is that? Oh my word, it's Duck. Man, Duck keeps showing up. Duck has to be one of my favorite dwarves in this whole world. He's such a gem. Duck was an important figure in the Island of Heroes, and that's where we're headed. It's in the far north to us, and someday I hope that the road makes it there. Maybe that's why Duck has tagged along to help us out. And while we're here, let's make sure to give him the title of Legendary Miner, which he is. A legend. Let's get back to work. We've decided to go with some different bedroom designs, making sure each dwarf has lots of space in the hallway, not cramped up with entrances everywhere, so it's kind of this alternating pattern. Oh, take a look at this. The merchants from the Plank of Love are here. Sort of a resupply, though nothing is free. Our dwarven group, the Road of Towers, does have to pay for resupplies, but that's fine. This is all going towards the cause of building the road, building trade, and thankfully the mountain home is happy to exchange these gems for lots of very necessary materials. And with that resupply, I think it's time to build a tavern. Having a good tavern, kitchen, and still is crucial to having a successful camp. Nice and large, and we're going for a unique shape as well. Just below that, we're going to place the Stonecrafting Guild. That's what I found as well, is with a guild like this, lots of blocks are being made because dwarves know what they're doing, and another place to unwind and talk about the day. So, we're going to have lots of cutters here. That's what they're calling themselves, the cutters. Anyone that's working with those stone blocks. Oh, and pulling us away from the tavern, we actually have some more migrants. So it looks like just 2 migrants. We have Xanig here, who was part of the first camp, and Nil, who was actually from the Isle of Heroes, a legendary glassmaker. The Isle of Heroes has a lot of glass industry, and it's really cool to have Nil here. welcome back to camp. The tavern's coming along, we've got tables going in. Soon we'll get the rest sorted. There we go with the guild, that's all set up as well, perfect. And up here we actually have a little work to do. Up here on the surface we have this extra layer above our tunnel that we need to get rid of. Essentially we mined down into this originally, but the sand is just not a great material to be traveling in and out on all the time. So, because we want to get rid of this layer, get rid of the sand, we're going to put some supports up and hopefully mine this out safely. So far so good. Oh my gosh, there we go. Another another cave-in. First the tree, now this. We're off to a good start here. Safety standards are a bit low on the road sometimes, but we're trying. There's some concussions and hopefully that's it. Alright, back to business. So we have a pretty solid idea to mine out this space and then put in some walls and smooth it out, just so we can irrigate our crops off to the left here. I have a bad feeling that, yep, oh boy. So a wave of water is coming down because it all thawed. Barry here, which is Duck's wife actually, saving the day, just putting in that floodgate at the last moment. There we go. With a lever and a bit more control, we've got the flooding that we wanted initially. So now everything's irrigated. Great. We've taken some time to mine out the trading hall so that it's just spacious enough to have lots of workshops and obviously trading going on. The road isn't going to go directly through the camp. Instead, if we go down to the lowest level, we're actually mining out the road here. It's going to actually bypass the steep hill by coming underneath and then going up another sort of spiral staircase thing, wide enough for wagons if need be. So you can actually see the dwarves mining this out here, and then off to the west, there's the end of it. So the road will meet up here. And would you look at that, Duck has another son. So he has Moon Moon, and we're going to name this little guy Snoot. He really likes pigs, just like his mother. I don't mean his mother is a pig. She also likes pigs. Well, you can tell that Duck, Moon Moon, Snoot, and Barry are really happy here. It really warms my heart to see them. And to see that there's a new bearded baby in the fortress. In fact, we have lots of babies being born. Very nice to see family being a central part of the plank of love, as it should be. So this is a bit strange. We actually have a human necromancer poking around. Her name is Kanu, and she doesn't look to be from any enemy towers. Human necromancer towers, that is, but we're going to keep an eye on her. So we're going to set up a squad, the awe-inspiring labor. There we go, just a couple dwarves who are handy with weapons. The necromancer is just sort of walking around, checking the place out. I think she's leaving. Wait a second. What is that? She's holding a slab called Sutarsor. I didn't notice before. I thought she was holding a shield and a sword, a weapon. Alright, that is a limestone slab about the secrets of life and death. So this necromancer is just carrying around the secrets of life and death, which could turn anyone into a necromancer. Good riddance, I guess. So we started mining out the spiral ramp or staircase, and it's going okay. I wanted to take some more time designing this one, so it's a little more perfect than the last, but I'm sort of worried now. I'm putting in this support at the bottom here, and you can see it goes all the way up to the surface, obviously, and then we'll sort of section off so you can't just come into the fortress willy-nilly. We've started our temple downstairs, but we also need just a general temple up here for anyone traveling and visiting the trading hall. And, oh, more migrants. Amazing. We have lots more migrants this time. If we have a closer look, Tun. I remember Tun always wearing the crown. She was part of the Isle of Heroes and maybe a few other camps. A legendary miner. And then, of course, Tun's husband, Toulon, I remember as well. So, looking at the staircase of the road, it's going pretty well. And I think we're now doing maybe the most dangerous part. I'm going to section out some channeling here and just hope everything goes well. We do thankfully have that support in down below. A couple of dwarfs here. Looks like Duck's taking on the job. Awesome. That was a really bad cave-in. Oh my gosh. I really should have seen this coming. Let's take a closer look, I guess. Okay, it was Erdem who fell there. Seriously injured. Wait a second. Is her baby... Oh no, Moldath. This is a newborn baby, and it looks like she's really hurt. She's incredibly tough, yeah, but look at those injuries. Oh no, yeah. Moldath is dead. This is just really heartbreaking. Why did dwarves take their children into such dangerous situations? Okay, well, let's look at the rest of the damage. What else do we see? Oh, no. Duck. Oh, I forgot Duck was up there. Oh no, Duck. This really isn't how Duck should have died, but that's the road, I guess. It's becoming more and more dangerous. I was just saying how it seems like such a good place for a family, but... Oh no, Duck's family. Well, first things first, we have to get Erden into a hospital, which we don't have. There we go, that's better. We have a small hospital, and we're gonna make sure that her daughter has a grave right away. I think we're gonna have to do something more for her parents, and just to try and make it right. That's really hard. But for Duck, we really want to do something special right away. So we've started digging out this little space here where the road is going to go into the hillside. And as is customary now, we're going to make sure that Duck is part of the road forever. We've actually started a statue of Duck, and we've made his casket. Everyone in the fortress is grieving in their own way. Tun here has gone into a fey mood. I don't know if Duck and Tun were close, but they were both in the Isle of Heroes. Oh, and there we go. Tun has finished her masterpiece. It's a mudstone hatch cover. It doesn't relate directly to Duck, but I feel like this is for Duck. We're gonna put this on his memorial site, on his grave. So with Duck's memorial complete, we're going to start planning to actually place the road. We have some bridge designs we have to work out. We have to finish the actual spiral staircase, and then the rest of the road to the east. So we have lots of work to do. I think it's going to go quickly. We're already at 36 dwarves, and yeah, Duck, we have to do it for him now. So thanks for joining us. I'll see you all on the road. The long duck of love. The long road of Duck. You get the idea.